You can't keep eating all of those punches up. Even though you have a good chin, sooner or later your features start busting up, or just the physical damage inside.
Adamek lifting Briggs' head up with a left uppercut. Wasn't all that big a shot.
Think the heavyweight fight will be this good?
No.
Maybe not. It'll be interesting, though. In fact, it'll be fascinating.
It'll be dramatic in a different way.
Thank you, Larry. Straight punches by Adamek, momentarily stopping Briggs in his tracks. First half of the round seemed perhaps to belong to Briggs. Now he lands a little left hook inside on Adamek. Adamek's face showing all over the damage from Briggs' big shots.
I'll give Adamek this. Despite all those right hands, he keeps throwing that left.
He's never cut off from throwing punches.
Body shot by Briggs. There have been precious few of those. Good left hook by Briggs, countering an Adamek right hand. Now Adamek counters Briggs twice and lands two big shots.
For the most part, Briggs blocked those last punches for the most part. But still, if Briggs don't throw something back, he'll still get the advantage. And that's the difference right
Good left
there.
and right by Briggs. Adamek reaching with a little left. Briggs battering Adamek with a body shot and again tries that right uppercut that Johnny Lewis wanted. Adamek with a combination of his own. Briggs says, "I'll make you bleed again."
Now there's a cut underneath the eye of Adamek.
1 round to go.
Don't you do anything silly, mate. Don't you do anything silly. You've got to keep him going back, mate. Keep him going back, Paul. Mate, 3 minutes.
Yes.
3 minutes to box. 3 minutes
Yes,
to box.
Johnny.
Mate, you want it.
Yes,
Mate,
Johnny.
don't let him jab it.
Final round was touch glove.
Thanks, Tim.
The last round, champ. Take a deep breath. Nice deep breath.
The final round was touch glove.
You gotta work, baby. Okay? Be smart, but you gotta score points. Keep that jab in his face. Okay? Last round. Okay? You gotta work. But you gotta move that head, baby. Okay?
Copy of box numbers at 11. Adamek 20 out of 79. Briggs 23 out of 75. Briggs with a small edge in power shots. Errol Letterman gave the round to Adamek, and now Adamek leads by a point on Letterman's scorecard. This despite the fact that Paul Briggs has an extra point from the first round and got the low blow point in the night.
On my card, Adamek needs a knockdown to get into the fight as a draw or a victory.
Adamek bleeding profusely under the eye and from the nose. Briggs lands a left hand. Briggs' corner did a great job on the cut over his right eye. It's been basically stopped ever since it appeared in the second round. Adamek letting his hands go constantly despite the blood flowing from his eye and his nose. You won't see too much more courage in the ring, and these two guys have exhibited in 24 rounds against each other.
Adamek is really fighting a really courageous fight. Look at, he really wants to try to keep his championship. And it's very hard to take the championship away from a man to fighting the way that he's fighting right now.
Standing his ground, letting his hands go.
He's busted up real bad. Bad
Showing
cut over
no
the left
fear.
eye.
Showing a commitment to his title belt.
Yes, he has an eye and nose and maybe a bad cut inside of the mouth. Plus both eyes swollen up.
And now he gets raked with a big right hand. And is immobile against the ropes as Briggs goes at him. Minute and a half to go in the fight. Adamek bleeding above and below the left eye now. Good right hand by Briggs. Right on Adamek's cut eye.
Both fighters coming toward the end of this fight like long-distance runners, expending every ounce of energy as the finish line comes into view.
But I think the facial features of this fight is one of the few that really shows who was hit with the cleanest blows. Even though Adamek landed a lot of blows, his blows for the most part was not as clean as well as Briggs landed his blows very clean.
Well, if Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti are best friends now, are Adamek and Briggs headed toward being blood brothers? I mean, they have shared a 24-round communion that is special.
And the championship of the world is pretty much still up in the air going into the last round.
What a fight. Let's let it play out down the stretch.
What warriors!
Tomasz Adamek wouldn't be denied in the 12th round. He was going to win that round come hell or high water. It was mostly hell. But Briggs may have won the fight.
I had Briggs winning the fight by a point, but remember, Adamek is, in essence, the hometown fighter.
And how much did Tomasz Adamek want it in the 12th round? He threw 119 punches. His high output for the fight, 50 more punches than Briggs was able to get off in the round. Harold, how did you finish up?
Okay, Jim. 114, 112, Tomasz Adamek. I thought he did enough in the last 3 rounds to win him very, very close. Hell of a fight, could go either way. What can you say?
Great fight.
And if Adamek does not win the fight, surely it is because, or perhaps it is because, I should say, of the advantages that Briggs gains from round 1 and round 9. Round 1, Adamek had controlled most of the first minute and a half of the fight. Briggs put him on his seat with that shocking left hook. Round 9, a ruling of low blow right there, which occasioned about a 2.5-minute break for Briggs before he recovered enough to fight. And then later in the round, that momentary incident where Adamek's glove seemed to ruffle the right side of Briggs' trunks, that was ruled a low blow. And Tim Adams, rather than issuing 2 warnings, went ahead and took a point away from Tomasz Adamek on the second low blow.
Ruffled his tassels.
Let's take a look at the 3 judges who will choose the winner of the fight. And Mauro Di Fiore has never judged a title fight before. He judged last year's title eliminator, a snooze, between Hasim Rahman and Monty Barrett here. Ray Hawkins, 12 title fights. Notably, he was the man who had Winky Wright beating Jermaine Taylor in Memphis 115-113. And finally, Ken Morita, the most veteran of the 3 judges on the panel, scored Barrera Juarez 115-114 for Barrera, who was the winner of that fight by a point. Still waiting on the decision here as the Illinois State Athletic Commission totals up the scorecards to see who has won. And as you said, Larry, a rubber match between the two would in no way be inappropriate. I mean, if Barrera and Morales had to fight 3 times and Gatti and Ward had to fight 3 times, why not let this mayhem go on for another 12 rounds? Michael Buffer will tell us who's won the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 championship rounds, we go to the scorecards. Mauro Di Fiore scores at 113 even. Ken Morita scores at 114-112. Ray Hawkins, 115-111. To the winner, Hanya Ipanovia, still undefeated, still WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, Tomasz Adamek.
He did it again. He pulls off another dramatic victory before a Polish-American crowd in Chicago against a disappointed but valiant Paul Briggs. In a virtually identical fight to the first one, marked this time though by